I'm Paul Zaitchik, founder of Elastic Steel, method of athletic conditioning, easy flexibility, and Zaitchik stretching technique. Today we're going to talk about how often should you stretch. A lot of questions come in that sound something like this. My instructor tells me to stretch every day, or my instructor stretches me every day, and you say to stretch every other day. So which one is correct? The answer is very straightforward. If you're warming up for a skill where you need flexibility and you know you're going to get that flexibility at the end of the warm-up, you can do it every day. That means that if, let's say, your straddle or your side split is 150 degrees when you're cold, but 180 degrees when you're warm, and you need 180 degrees for your skill, whether it's yoga, gymnastics, cheer, martial arts, then you can do it. You can warm up every day. So using the stretching as part of your warm-up. You go from 150 to 180 and then you use that skill. That is fine. You can do that every day. On the other hand, if you're trying to improve your flexibility and get more flexible, you cannot do that every day. What does that mean? Let's say you're cold at 100 degrees and you're warm at 140 degrees, but you want 180 degrees. So your goal is to go beyond that 140 degree end range that you can get to a warm-up. You want to go to 180. Which means that you're trying to extend your range. If you're trying to extend your range, you cannot do that every day. When you're trying to become more flexible, every time you do that workout and you get more flexibility, there's micro trauma. It's not a big deal usually, but it adds up. So in other words, if you don't let your body heal completely and you stretch again, try to increase your range of motion again, eventually you're going to get injured. If you do everything right, you do a proper warm-up, you do massage, proper nutrition, proper hydration, and other things, and everything you can do, then you're still going to get injured, it's just going to take longer. In other words, if somebody is trying to extend their range or become more flexible, and that person does it every day, they might get injured in 3 days, 4 days, if they're lucky, maybe 5 or 6 days. But then if someone does everything right, it might take just a little bit longer, but they're still going to get injured. This is not different than a bodybuilder who knows that it takes him several days for the muscle to completely rebuild and recover. Let's say it takes him 4 days. Some people take 6 days or 7 days. Now, if a bodybuilder tried to work out, let's say it takes 5 days, and they try to work out every 3 days, the same muscle group eventually is going to get injured because it's not healed completely, and that trauma adds up. The same applies to a powerlifter. Now, bodybuilder and powerlifter trying to do something. They're trying to change their body. The powerlifter is trying to become stronger, and the bodybuilder is trying to get bigger muscles. But if you take a regular guy who does push-ups, who does squats, but he does that as a warm-up, he doesn't do that to necessarily become stronger or get bigger muscle. He just do it as a warm-up. Then that person can do it every day. So here you see strength exercise approach differently. The same thing with flexibility exercises. Depending on the goal, some you can do more frequently, some less frequently. If there is micro trauma, you have to wait till the body heals. I'm Paul Zaitchik. Thank you for watching.